last week, especially with being on TV from the tour. Can you explain that from your point of view, like what it was like for you trying to get your name out there?
Well, I think it's an opportunity, or a lot of people view it as an opportunity to go and win or run well and maybe get your name out there and be on the radar. And it's definitely, it can help build your reputation in a good way, or it can put it in a bad way. So certainly, I think as we saw, Caden Honeycutt won last night. He's, between that and the Snowball Derby, he's doing a lot of great things as far as being a racer. So, I've never even really talked to him, but I've already got a lot of respect for him.
It's been almost a year since SHR announced they were going to close their doors at the end of last season. Josh Berry was asked in the media center what the past 12 months have been like for him. For your perspective, what has it been like for you being out of a ride and then getting the ride with RFK and then having the success you've had this year?
I don't know. I feel like Josh and I, we've gone through our careers not really knowing what's going to happen at the end of the year. For much of racing, I used to race for people in modifieds, and it was always when you got to November, December, like, hey, are we, am I going to race for you? And that was typically how it went. So, not that that's a great feeling. Now you're a lot older, you have family, so there's a lot of things that you got to worry about there. But when SHR was shutting down, it was trying to figure out if I'm going to continue at this, trying to race in the Cup Series and, contend for wins and do all that. And, obviously thankful for Brad and Jack and the Fenway group at RFK for having me in this 60 car and, representing partners like Kroger and Mohawk and Salmon's Plumbing, and, the list goes on and on. It's just good to be a part of. Not only that, but then, when you're teammates with Brad and Chris, they're great teammates. You always try to help each other when you're on the racetrack, and there's a lot of great insight.
This is the third year now of the All-Star Race experiment here at Wilkesboro. Do you feel like the event still fits the facility, or is it time to move it back to a points race?
I like it. I don't know if it's a points race or not. It doesn't matter to me if it's the All-Star or a points race. I think it's great that we come here, so when you drive around the campsite, the excitement that you see, man, it just fits it. It fits NASCAR. It screams NASCAR. So I don't know why. At the end of the day, I just hope we continue to keep building, like Marcus and them have here, because it's done wonders. I've never driven through North Wilkesboro much, but what I can tell you is this morning I had to go get coffee, and I drove about 8 minutes away, and it looked like it's developed. It's a place that I said to my wife, I'd live here, so you can already see the impact that this racetrack has on this community, and
Where'd you get the coffee from?
A local coffee shop. Yeah.
This is Custom Patch Hats. But what makes us custom? Well, that actually begins with you. We're just bringing your unique vision to life. No knockoffs, no lookalikes. Your design is one of a kind. We know hats, we know design, and we know quality. The proof? It's in our production. Hand-stitched with precision and care, with brands you know and trust. A one-of-a-kind patch deserves a one-of-a-kind treatment, all the way to your doorstep. It's how we keep it custom.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.